between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
6-man. Check curl, check curl, check curl.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They'll
They'll run it with Johnson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Johnson running right. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a line 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go with Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. CD, that call, it took some guts. It's not like they were at the 1-yard line. They had some distance to go.
They certainly did, and, you know, a lot of people might say that's fly by the seat of your pants type of coaching, but it's also sending a message out there. We're going to be unpredictable. You can't prepare for anything with us. You never know which way we're going to go. We zig, you zag.
And now some serious opening drive momentum. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here we go. 180. 21. Hey, watch it.
Play action. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left. He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go. 180. I got you. Check four.
The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Go to base. Number 53, Mike 53. Go to base.
First carry now for David Montgomery. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Well, so many times we look at a short run. And we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
On the double. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
On first down, Herbert buying time to us, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Sack City, baby. Mike 54. Mike 54. Check the out. Check the out. Check the out. Mike out. Mike 5-4. No game.
Looking to throw. Herbert. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Lions.
Ready up.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. Open man is Galladay, complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit! Ty Johnson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
53, check 53. 21. Hey, Foxtrot.
On first down, Garoppolo. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Gun. 1, Omaha.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Garoppolo now, first down throw. He's going to let it go deep, and that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. As his guys are in for 6, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, exit.
Here's a 2nd and 7. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Put him on the buses. Let's put that.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Riley Ridley, 37 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Now Garoppolo will lead his guys up to go for the 2-point try.
Come on, boy. 65. Hey, come on.
They're going to try and run. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. And Murray now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
6-6, bullet high.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Check 24. Check 13.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
21. Here we go. Hey, orbit.
Check 53.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Now, you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
61. Matchbox light. 5.
Now Johnson. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And he'll give it here to his running back. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
12.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant.
2. I got you.
Check 53's Mike.
So don't say nothing.
53's the mic.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. That is caught by Cohen. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here we go on fourth down with Garoppolo. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it.
Here we go.
But I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though.
I
really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Garoppolo now at 200 yards already in this first half, and he's not done yet. First and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Bears have taken the lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.